Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back! Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today it's time to get back to Attack on Titan. This is episode 46, Ruler of the Walls. And maybe we'll get some answers on the walls.
Yeah.
I'm not banking on it, but we
time.
shall see. You folks know I love this show, so I can't wait.
I'm just don't know what to say. I'm just so excited. I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see what Historia does, what Eren does, what they all do, and Kenny. I'm just ready.
No, I'm not in any rush to get any answers. I'm going to keep doing
Today.
I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, which is patiently awaiting the story to play out and develop, and they will give us answers and more information in their own good time.
Oh, that tea's been paying off. Calms him down.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to whatever today brings us because I hope this never ends. Just too bad it does because everyone wants to rule the world. Let's go!
Oh, there it is.
This is Frankie. Frankie is a good man, hardworking mechanic, working 10-hour shifts and absolutely loves his job. So when a careless shop owner decides not to clean his slick, oily slip and slide 5W30 floor, and Frankie slips, falls, and lands oblique first onto a Phillips screwdriver, he needs somebody who can fight on his side and pay for that catastrophic fail. And that somebody is Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you. But Frankie is worried because he doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. But worry no more, because Morgan & Morgan doesn't charge you any sign-up fees or other upfront costs. The fee is free unless you win. But Frankie is conflicted about the situation. He doesn't want to sue his boss, even if his boss hasn't talked to him since the incident. But Frankie, when you sue for an injury, you're not suing your lazy boss. You're suing his insurance company. There's no reason to feel bad for getting the compensation you deserve. So if you've been a victim in a car accident, medical malpractice, workplace injury, or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Frankie did, and he sure is thankful Morgan & Morgan had his back. And his oblique.
調査兵団はエレンとヒストリアの救出に成功した。その前に姿を現したのは
Centipede
巨人
thing.
化したロッドレースであった。
お父さんに嫌われたくなかった。でももうお別れしないと。女王になったらあのチビを殴ってやれば。
住人にはこのままオルブド区に留まってもらいます。
Is there even any time for him to really evacuate?
Oh,
is this
POV.
his song?
No.
Or is this,
I think
Reese?
this is his POV of...
Is this
No?
Reese?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Ah, it is Reese. Okay, I was
that's
like,
his
new
POV.
song!
He's got
This is dragging his face in the ground.
he
This
doesn't
is
have
intense.
doesn't have any neck strength to pick up his head. He's just got to drag it along the ground.
Look at the scale of this.
It's not good. Oh, it's getting there. All that tension. All that
was
danger.
great, though. Dude, I love how they scaled back to show how
The
massive
magnitude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just, it doesn't fit this episode at all. Not even close. I'm sorry, folks.
Take the roller coaster, Quinn.
I'm taking the ride, but
We were here.
the music in the first couple of
gotta-
seasons was way
here.
better.
It's gotta.
Now we're going back up.
He just likes being able to go, good.
Yeah, that's all he likes.
Every-
It was
Every
upbeat and
episode,
high
yeah.
energy. This is like what I would hear in an elevator in a doctor's office or something.
Dude, you ain't hearing fire jams like this on any elevator at a doctor's office.
That's true.
Yeah, not like that Bryan Adams guy.
Maybe at a grocery store.
There you go.
Some
Aisle
meme,
7.
some meme the other day was about, you know, you're getting old when all your jams are on at the grocery
Yeah.
store. Like, all right. Oh, here we go.
住民を避難させず町に留めるだと？
あの巨人は貴公種です。
それが何だと言うんだ！
より大勢の人間が密集する方へと吸い寄せられる小さな村ぐらいじゃ目もくれずに、なので今から目標はそれに引き寄せられ、壁を破壊し、
She looks like a turtle.
巨人を操る力を試しましたが、ロッドレイス巨人には通じませんでした。止まれ巨人！食えねえのかバカ野郎！
Pretty sure that's not gonna work.
Levi.
He's not so tiny, Eren.
Yeah, Levi's not impressed.
Is he ever? No. Once in a while.
このオルブドク外壁で仕留めるしかありません。おとりとなる大勢の住民が必要なのです。
That's a risky move.
目標を仕留め損なったとしても、一人として死傷者を出さぬよう尽くしましょう。緊急避難訓練と称し、オルブド区外へ移動させやすい体制を整えます。
やるしかないようだな。
壁上固定法は大変有効な。もしそれでも倒せない場合は、調査兵団最大の兵力を駆使するしかありません。
If they could get Eren to use some sort of mega sword, like a mega Titan sword, to the back of the neck.
Like Voltron.
Yeah, like
Power Ranger Dave
like
over here.
Voltron. Yeah, like Voltron.
Voltron's what they need.
That's what they need. That's a lot of cannons.
Look at that setup.
Holy Jesus.
Oh,
You know, I got to give credit to Erwin's master planning too so far. I know we give a lot of credit to Hanji and
この訓練では
Armin.
巨人の模型や落ち着いて我々の指示に従ってください。
さあ帰らせてもらうぞ。
今日は絶対に客が来ません。
偽物の王の次は俺たちがお前らの主人だとな。
Now the rumors start.
Yep.
おい、あれを見ろよ。
Yeah.
Holy shit.
oh, wow. It's not even gonna be a dent.
It's not even gonna. It's gonna be like a mosquito.
Yeah. And they're unloading on this thing.
Oh, no, we got to.
最前線の兵団のように実戦を踏んでいるわけじゃない。
No experience.
今ある最高の戦力であることに間違いない。
なんせ今回も俺ら調査兵団の作戦は
Another gamble.
Yeah.
ありったけの火薬とロープとネット。
Interesting. They're gonna make a giant.
Trebuchet and launch that stuff.
待機動装置と同様に巻き取り続ける。砲撃はどうなの？
セミの小便よりは効いているようだ。
Oh, you said mosquito, Dave.
君にはこの壁の世界を治める女王となってもらう。こんな前線にいてもらっては困る。
民衆とは名ばかりの王になびくほど純朴なのでしょうか。
Gotta have the resume to back it up.
本当に強くなったんだな。逆だった。弱いのは俺だ。その強さは自分のものだと思いたかったから。それこそ弱いやつの発想だ。俺は特別でも何でもないのに。
Come on now.
Just wait till we get you a big old sword.
この町の子供たちはまるであの日の俺たちみたいだな。
でもあの日と違うのは壁の上に巨人を迎え撃つ兵士がいて、それが僕らだってことだ。
There you go.
止まってる暇はない。手を動かして。
Whoa. What is he?
ちょっと
Easy.
どうしたの？
どうしようもねえクソガキをぶん殴った。
Oh, man.
私を狙って深くいっぱい。撃て！
Oh, it's time, guys. He's at the wall.
Jesus.
Oh, the heat.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's not good.
Well, the wall is still holding, for now at least.
Oh, it scraped its whole face
Yeah, it
off.
was scraping it the whole time.
So does that mean it can't see?
Oh.
俺の育った町が終わりだ。
Well, its guts are spilling out and its eyes are gone.
頼りないかもしれねえけど、切り札があるってことだ。
Oh, here we go.
攻撃開始。
Oh! See if that did anything.
blow the hands off?
Yep, looks like
I
it
just
did.
pulled it.
Just make sure it falls backwards.
Nice!
Oh, nice shot.
Oh, look at what he's got. Oh,
Come on.
Right in the face with that.
つまり口の中に火薬ぶち込んであわよくば同じこと吹っ飛ばそうってことか。
Sounds about right.
巨人が都合よく口をアホみたいに開けといてくれればな。
の表面で爆発しても効果は望めな
You
い。
gotta get it inside.
必ず内側から爆発させなくて
Armageddon.
from the inside.
目標はその自重ゆえなのか顔を大地で削りながら進んでいる。つまり開く口すらないのかもしれない。
That was the gamble. Okay.
See, if you light a firecracker with your hand open, a minor burn. Take that same firecracker and close your fist.
Here we go.
You lose your hand.
We're also not. Oh, they all dropped in there.
Oh! Oh! Got him!
Oh! That's pretty gross for the city.
本体を破壊しない限りまた体を再生させる。
Oh, so they gotta cut all the meat chunks.
君の考えは理解したが戦闘への参加を許可できない。
She's going anyhow.
自分の果たすべき使命を自分で見つけました。
君を止めることはできない。
わが
Oh,
ま
I
ま
hope she's the one to do
There
it.
it is. It looks like.
私が始めた。
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one. Yes, she got it.
話を聞いてよ父さん。巨人を一匹残らず殺せばいいんだよ。分かってくれないんだ。僕ならきっと大丈夫だよ。
All the memories, she's getting them.
神よ。
She did it.
Wow. Those memories are going to come in handy, I think, here.
Well, let's hope she lands safely here.
Ooh.
Oh.
To be continued.
Well, I mean, it will have it, but.
Oh, look at that.
救われたんだな。君があの巨人にとどめを刺したのか。
All hail the queen.
Sure as hell was.
Acknowledge your queen.
私はヒストリアレイス。この壁の真の王です。
Oh, look at.
That's how you do it.
Wow, wow.
Ooh, look at that under.
Subterranean
Yeah.
forest or something.
勘弁してくれよ。わからねえのか、名前は。
ケニー。
Levi found him.
大館にその出血。あんたはもう助からねえな。
Oh, man.
どうかな。
He's gonna do it himself?
No.
No.
Oh, no, what's he got there?
That's the Titan serum.
Maybe.
Titan serum.
Of course.
It's all that could be. That big syringe like that.
Gotta be.
That's how he saves himself.
Ugh, what an episode. I gotta say, things went better than I thought against Reyes's Titan. That was pretty surprising, but of course,
Caterpillar.
they had a plan figured out and it worked. It was good to see Eren kind of, I guess, get rid of that old part of him that he didn't like, and he was able to become who he thought he truly needed to be to help out everyone. So I liked that a lot. And what more can I say about Historia's transformation into what I'm going to call the Titan Slayer? Can't call her the King Slayer, can't call her the Queen Slayer, but she's the Titan Slayer. And just an epic way to introduce her to the people as the new queen. That's going to be really, really phenomenal. I can't wait to see how that storyline progresses, because this is what she needed. She broke out of her past, similar to the way that Eren did, and accepted who she needed to become. I think she was holding on to a lot of her past. Eren was holding on to a lot of his. He never forgave himself for the way he acted when he was just a little boy. The first Titans attacked. He never forgave himself for that. He kept saying he was useless and said that about himself even in this episode, but then got it out of himself, beat it out of himself, and realized what he needed to do. So that was awesome. That shot with all the cannons going off in succession, that was so incredible to see. And I did not expect Reyes's Titan to come up with its face ground off and its belly ground off. And
He meant Reese.
Or Reese, yeah. his body parts falling all over the wall. So that was something I did not expect, because I didn't know how they're going to take this thing out. It looked completely impenetrable. The cannons did have a limited effect to at least slow it down, but well, Eren didn't need a Voltron sword. He just needed a bag of gunpowder and got it to work. So this was a great episode. I can't say enough how much I loved Historia's character arc that she had so far, coming from just being, this scared little girl out in the wild, not knowing what was going on, to becoming the character she is now, was just phenomenal.
Yeah, I was wondering if this was going to be like a 2-3 episode arc of like how they're going to take out this Titan. I mean, I knew it was, moving real quick and covering a lot of ground real quick, but I didn't think it would get there. And we, from watching the show, it's usually 3-4 episodes. They like to elongate it a little bit, but no, I was happy that they got this right away. And like, I was wondering, a dragon on the ground, the cannons were doing, a little bit, they were hitting it, but it wasn't getting, the nape or anything. So to see him pick up and actually see what happened to his face and then his body and stuff, that was really interesting, because of all the Titans we've seen, what they can do and what they move. And yes, they're somewhat idiots. To see actually like that much of their face and everything gone was just amazing. And like, that's like the most like graphic, so to speak, of
so far
of that we've really seen. I mean, we've seen people bit in half and stuff like that, but usually it's like a real quick, or it's like a silhouette type thing. This is, we actually got to see it. And once again, they planned ahead knowing full well, hey, he's probably not going to have a mouth,
or maybe open it.
So we're not exactly where to throw it, but shove it down its throat. And then the big time, like you touched on Historia, which was awesome to see that arc as well. But Eren saying that, yeah, those kids down there remind me of us, like that day of the attack. We didn't know either we were going to be attacked that day, just like those kids didn't either. And he's like, then he got rid of the brat and then came in big time clutch with that. And then it was awesome that Historia was the one that took out Rod, took him out to be the Titan Slayer, as you call her now, because that's what I'll call her now too, the Titan Slayer. We acknowledge our new queen, and I am excited to see where this goes now with her. And then did we see what happened to Eren after he shoved all those explosives in there, or did it just go to right away? We got to find the center.
It just switched to
so I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happened to him. I mean, I'm sure he's fine and everything, but I want to know. But I'm wondering if maybe the next episode touches on if like he blew off to the other side or something like that, or whatever. So really fun episode, and just awesome the way they did this.
That subterranean forest was interesting too.
Yeah,
Drop a comment and let us
really
know
cool
about that, the way they showed that.
Yeah, we saw the grass, and then it looked like the roots of the trees were
the
down
crust
even
of the
further.
earth, and then there was something there. So let us know what that was.
From where he was dragging his body through.
Yeah, this was wild. I wasn't ready for his internal organs to spill over the wall. We're happy they saved humanity. But is that something they have to clean up, or are they just going to steam themselves away?
Remember, the blood on her swords went away.
Yeah.
So they'll steam away.
Well, luckily for them, they didn't have to. I mean, they had a meat shower there in the middle of the city. I thought that was really cool the way they set up this battle. I mean, obviously the Titan, Reese's Titan, not being able to pick its head up and only being able to crawl, having incredibly limited maneuverability, made the battle a lot easier. Had it just been a Titan of that size that was able to walk and maneuver and stuff, it would have been complete game over, I think. Cool to see the strategy they had with doing the explosion from inside the mouth. I wasn't ready for its face to be half ripped off either, but then again, you're dragging it through the dirt for however knows how long, or for however long that was. So the whole underbelly just gone. I love the creativity of the Titan. We've had a lot of different types of Titans, from the ones that like crawl, running, doing the old bear crawl, to the Brock Lesnar Titans. Now we got this weird centipede looking creepy crawly Titan. But yeah, I was really impressed with this one. So interesting that they threw in some lines about the people not trusting the new government, the new king and queen, which is like, look, I think that's reflective of a lot of societies and civilizations over history, where you have somebody who's a leader and you're like, well, this isn't a good leader. We need to get him out. And it's like, well, sometimes you cut the head off a snake. You be careful for what's going to replace it.
Well, military coups always work out. So
yeah, they're batting 1,000 in history for the good of the greater good. But yeah, this was really intense. To kind of mirror what Answer said, I thought this was going to play out for maybe an episode or two. They introduced this the last episode and basically resolved it within one episode, which is, I want to say, a little bit uncharacteristic of the show as a whole. But again, everything about this is so cool, and I can't say enough about like everything they do with the show, the writing, the animations, the way they showed the cannons. That was so
sound
cool.
design on that.
Yeah, cool. So this was another banger of an episode.
Yeah, hats off to Erwin coming in clutch again with the masterful plan. Of course, I like how Levi puts it. With the way that his plans kind of come together last second, or however he said that in here, where it's just luck essentially. And it was actually cool to see. At first, I thought, oh, the wall's done, right? I was like, oh man, how is Erwin going to plan for that? How is the crew going to take care of that? But apparently that was part of the plan the whole time, because that's what they needed with the wheelbarrows and all that stuff to get into the hands to help lose balance, and then for Eren to come in and do the old toss of what was that? The gunpowder?
Yeah,
it was
just
gunpowder.
every barrel they could find.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So tip of the hat to Erwin, because I know we've been giving a lot of praise to Hanji and Armin, but again,
it was his plan.
The fake king, he got him ejecto. He took this ejecto. It's great though, because he's all. Not only was he in battle, lost an arm, still being able to do all this, he's taken everyone here has taken some pretty big chances, but I feel like he's the one taking him to the they're like riding 1 inch off the sun before they get totally burned each time. So that's cool to see. With Eren, going through the self-doubt quite a bit, I feel like right there was kind of the turn for him to be confident, because boom, whipped right up into his Titan, no issue.
Yeah,
and
that was nice
just before that, he was warming up the old arm, and he looked fairly confident. So that was pretty cool to see there too. And Historia, it's going to be great to see now her rule, especially now how Erwin had that conversation. Well, if we end up alive after this, you have to be queen in XYZ, right? So going to be interesting to see how she rules now, because they have that, and I'm saying they have that power with her now, right? Not that they're going to abuse it or anything, but now they can lean on her for very important situations. At least that's what I like to think now. Who knows what's going to happen here? Yeah. You do, so keep the spoilerish comments to a minimum on that, please.
Well, she's got some great advisors around her.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you got Hanji, Erwin, you have Armin. Yeah. So she's going to be right there. Well, I'm not even worried about her reign. Mm-mm. She'll be fine, even just on her own. Now that she's gained confidence in her journey too now. Yep. With the card here, I'm actually glad they did what they did for their verbiage that they used for it, because it's like, why is he dragging himself? But then the card basically gives you the whole why, because it's due to his body and weight, unable to walk and must crawl across the ground.
Yeah. Well, my thing is then too, when he gets to the wall, did he have to stand up? Could he have crawled through it? Just crawl right through the wall instead of having
to... Like enough force crashing through. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. So if you guys can answer that without spoiling.
Torso.
With that.
But also the ending with Kenny. Kenny possibly...
Yeah,
Kenny might
that. Yeah, we haven't even touched on that.
No, none of us did. That's why.
That looked like Titan serum to me, is what that looked like. And
it didn't look like it was full though yet. It looked like it was an empty. That's
a full vial.
And that's certainly not a stim pack. So,
well, no, because No, look at it. It's.
Yeah, that looks.
Oh, wait, it's empty.
It's empty.
It's empty, but there's the vial.
Because he's got to
load it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not like it. So that's where I'm intrigued with the next episode, is like, because Levi just can whap it out of his hands, but if he can somehow grab that, throw it in his mouth, then does he become a Titan?
That's a good question. I wonder if Levi's going to let that happen or not.
Is he going to ask Levi to do it to him for him?
Yeah. And then with Historia getting all those memories, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Too.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens on the next couple here. But
I know someone asked in the comments if us three, besides Quinn, have any predictions for the basement. I don't know yet. I just assume that information, I'll put it on my card here. I just assume there's going to be information that is much needed to a lot of answers for this. That's what my prediction is right now. I'll put it on the
prediction
card.
is everybody's going to die. So,
yeah, everyone's going to die
what's
anyway.
in the basement, really.
That's my prediction, folks. I'm not saying that just to say it. I truly feel like we're going to lose everyone.
I think we're
because with all the Titan stuff that's going on.
I'm gonna say if the dad,
if
the dad got any of the memories, he wrote down all the memories, so they're gonna be in books in the basement.
Well, there might be one. If I were to predict one survivor, I would probably predict Levi. I feel, or Mikasa, because I feel like those two are the most capable of just.
But they might
away.
die protecting everybody.
Well, that's true.
God damn.
You never know.
A lot.
We'll have to wait and find.
One way to find out.
Once again, another great episode. Loved it. Hopefully you loved it as much as we did. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Hulk, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
準備整いましたよし下ろせ
Oh, look at that. For the new queen.
For the new queen.
Yeah, see, there we go.
There's that
Look at that.
subterranean,
Very interesting.
What is down there?
Everything's like supported on pillars.
Well, remember they did have that underworld, but I can't remember on the map.
Yeah, but that was in the city though.
Okay, yeah, that was, wasn't it?
So maybe it extends out further.
なんだクソもらしそうな顔しやがってケニー・アッカーマンを発見しました
Oh, that got his interest. And here we go.
That was before.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Looks like
It's our boy Levi.
Couldn't help with this song though.
Oh,
What's that?
come on.
What?
Nah.
He ripped on the song again. As usual. Oh!
これが巨人ってやつか。
Whoa.
待てろと撃つな我々の存在を彼に漏らした者が力を使ってこの資格を喋らせろそれが叶わないのだアッカーマン家の末裔ではなかろうか私に刃を向ける理由は
Oh. Whoa. Caught it.
Well,
wow.
kind of.
おい無理こいつの記憶は消せない殺すほかないのだ私は今死ぬわけにはいかないんだどうか許してくれ楽園を築けなかった愚かな私を
それ以上に自分の中の何かが俺はその場で力になりたいと伝えウーリはうなずいた
There's a hat.
俺にレイスケの情報を吐いた奴が消えてレイスケの犬になってふんぞり返っていたこうしてアッカーマン家への迫害は終わった
クシェルだいぶ前に病気をもらっちまってからフリモンになってやせん
Oh.
死んでる
Oh, wow. Oh, is this Levi?
生きてる方かはいはい勘弁してくれよ名前は
リヴァイ
Yep.
そうかクシェルそりゃ確かに名乗る価値もねえよな俺はケニーこいつを見殺しにできるほど人を捨ててねえが親に飼われるほどできた人間じゃねえ俺が教えられることはまずはナイフの握り方それとご近所付き合い
How to get along with people.
身の振り方と生き延びる術を教えたまでだ
祈りましょう世界の真の平和のために
なぜ王の元に下った
俺は多分奴が一番強いからだこの世で一番偉いのは力さえありゃいいんだよ 妹みてえな最後を迎えることはねえだろうからな。
Like his sister.
So that's his nephew.
化け物のくせに老いと病にはかなわねえと。
この力はロードの子たちに引き継がれる。私はその子らの記憶の中で生き続けるだろう。
力が引き継がれるだって？
That's what's in the vial?
この世界はそう遠くない未来、必ず滅ぶ。私は楽園を築き上げたいのだ。滅ぼし合うほかなかった我々を友人にしたものは一体何だ？暴力か？
知らねえよ。バカでかい腕でつまみ上げられなければ俺はお前の頭にクソを詰め込んでただろうな。
ああ、避けがたい真実だ。あの時の奇跡を信じている。
最後まで同じ気分にはなれなかったが。
And there it is.
化け物は受け継がれたらしい。目を見ればすぐに奴がいると分かった。人々の愛がどうしたとか似たようなことをほざいている。どうしてお前はそんな暇なことを言ってられる？その力を手にしさえすれば俺でも。切り裂きケニーとかいうダセ呼ばれ方もしたな。
Kenny the Ripper.
エリートの喉を飽きるほどかっきったりしてきた罰なんだが、対機動部隊の隊長を務めることになった。よろしくな。
Nice to meet you.
うん？わけが上がらんのも上がる。兵団にいたこともねえ殺人鬼が。
構いません。壁が破壊されてね。
Here we go.
それが我々の存在意義ですね。我々が兵団組織を上り詰めた結果がこれです。
調査兵団の対抗組織なんて大義名分。何のためだって？大いなる夢のためだ。
Grand dream.
みんな慈悲深くなっちまうらしい。こんなクソ野郎でもそうなっちまうのか。一体どんな気分なんだ？どんな景色が見える？俺のようなクズにもどんな景色を見ることができるのかなあ、ウリ。
Here we go.
That was a cool backstory.
Yeah.
All the way to the beginning, because we saw little glimpses of those two when Levi was younger.
Definitely coming back to that one.
Oh yeah, I like the blood relative and had the question mark.
大館にその出血、あんたはもう助からねえな。
Oh, here we go.
Here's where we ended.
いや、ロッドのカバンから一つくすねといたやつだ。
Yep, that's what it is.
巨人になるらしいな。延命できるはずだ。
Still has to assemble it
Yeah.
too, but
Do we just lose
No,
him?
I think that's
そ
it.
れを打つ時間も体力もなぜやらなかった？
なんだろうな。
I mean, each time he's silent, you're wondering.
あんたが座して死を待つわけがねえよ。
死にたくねえし、力が欲しかった。今なら奴のやったことを見てきた奴らみんなそうだった。酒だったり女だったり神様だったりもする。やってられなかったんだな。何かの奴隷だった。
Okay.
あいつでさえも。
Oof.
Yep.
お前はなんだ、英雄か？
知っていることを全て話せ。なぜ人類の存続を望まない？
知らねえよ。俺らアッカーマンが対立した理由は。
俺のせいもアッカーマンらしいな。本当は母さんのなんだ？
バカがただの兄貴だ。
There you go. That's Uncle
He said
Kenny.
sister.
Yep.
Doing the backstory.
Uncle Kenny.
Yep. It just got confirmation.
なんで俺から去っていった？
俺は人の親にはなれねえよ。
Levi takes it
Give
at
it-
some point.
Giving it to him.
Well, remember it said it turns into a dumb one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I think we lost
we
him.
Kenny.
Kenny.
Why do we always lose the bad, good antagonist?
Like, yeah, we were kind of hoping, like, well, I was kind of hoping for like a redemption with him a little bit. All hail.
Head of the table.
Acknowledge your tribal queen. The Titan Slayer.
巨人にとどめを刺したことにしてください。この壁の求心力となって。
And get the memories.
Oh, I mean, if you were ever gonna have the head of the table music playing, this would be it right here.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to our editor to throw that in there.
本当にやんのかヒストリア。
やる。殴った後でこう殴り返してみろって。こうでもしないと女王なんて務まらないよ。
いいぞヒストリア。その調子だ。
Oh, long jacket. We're gonna see some shades. Oh, Kenny.
Just punched him in the arm.
They all went while Mikasa was just smiling.
お前らありがとう。
Wow.
Is that in a smile?
I believe that was.
Oh shit! What is this?
It's the armor.
Is that Colossal?
There's
Oh,
Sasquatch.
hey!
兄ちゃん助けるのは後な。座標のダッシュを優先。
Levi's a coordinate, or damn it, Eren.
ここで待って
There
りゃ
he is.
あっちから来るんだし。
Supposed to know who that is?
Holy shit! Well, it's been a minute since we've seen the guy, so talk about
Who is it?
fucking cranking it up into overdrive on the end there.
I mean, oh, you're saying it's been a minute since we've seen the Bigfoot Titan and its
Oh, I thought you meant been a minute.
controller.
since
I
we've
thought
seen
maybe
the
we were
guy.
supposed to recognize the
I don't
guy.
recognize the guy. He's got blonde hair and he's shredded.
No, we don't know who the guy. Well,
We
they
don't
do.
know.
We don't know who the blonde guy
Yeah.
is yet.
Ah,
But
that's-
remember, it's been a minute,
Oh,
and now we're coming back.
Yep. So there you go. There's
Oh,
your,
Mikasa.
yeah, see,
That's
there's
who
your
was up in the
relatives,
top
and
left.
then
So
that's
the,
Kenny.
the good old spoiler on the back here.
Yep, it was 100% accurate. I had my prediction that this was going to be a pretty story-heavy episode, dialing back the action, and sure enough, it was exactly like I thought. But we got a huge backstory on Kenny, how he came to be, how Levi came to be. That's Uncle Kenny, for lack of a better word, who is no longer with us.
Kenny!
Sadly or not sadly, depending on how you look at Kenny's past actions and things that he's done. Not exactly the nicest guy in the world, but a interesting character nonetheless that we got a ton of info on. This definitely had an effect on Levi getting the whole story. He seems, at least for now, to be pretty different. We got a smile out of him.
Yeah.
And that in and of itself was enough to, I think, set off the rest of the crew to be like, oh, what's going on here with Levi? But it's going to be interesting where things go. It's going to be interesting to see. Well, I guess we saw the coronation of Historia. It's going to be interesting to see her in the position of queen and how she handles it, what she's tasked to do. Look, we've seen before. We know it's not going to be easy. She's going to get a ton of problems to have to deal with. She's going to have to balance a lot of things, the needs of some versus the needs of the many, that sort of thing. So I'm very interested to see how her rule comes to be. But like we said earlier, she's got a ton of brilliant people around her to kind of console her and help her out. So I've got zero concerns as far as that goes. I'm sure there'll be some tasks that she'll have to solve, but I think she's up for it with the support of the rest of the crew. And speaking of the rest of the crew, we didn't get a lot out of them this episode, but we did see that they were all with Historia. Everybody seems fine. To answer your question, Eren is totally fine. He survived that blast, no problem whatsoever. And they picked up after I don't know how many episodes it's been with our Bigfoot Titan and
the Beast.
The Beast and Reinhardt and Burrito, I'm going to call him, because the running joke is that nobody can pronounce his name anyways. So
That's what some of you said. That's what some of you said.
So I'm going to go with Burrito for his name.
And we were sent I believe we were sent a video that had
all the different
ways they've said the name, which is fun for us, actually.
And they said their ultimate goal is to still get the coordinate, which we know is Eren, and that he will come to us. Which is interesting, because if they're not creating any problems or issues, what reason does Eren and company have to go out and chase after them outside of tying up loose ends? So I'm excited to see where the next couple of episodes go, because this show is awesome.
Yeah, this was a fun. I mean, this was a good episode. Yeah, like after all the action we had last one, you know, and this one be a story one, it was great. But this show has a way of showing that when they do a full story episode, it's amazing. And this was just great to see that we knew they had a relationship, right? We knew Kenny and Levi had a relationship. We just didn't know to what extent. Well, then here, you know, he's like, I'm not going to be a father figure. I'm not going to be your father, but if you're going to live down underneath here, you're going to have to be able to survive, which is what he showed him, which is all surviving. I mean, look at him when he discovered him. I mean, he discovered his sister was deceased, and so he took him, you know, somewhat under his wings. But like, look at him just in that chow hall, just like eating, like because you see him sitting in the room and he is just skull and bone, or just, you know, a skeleton, because he's malnourished and everything, because who knows when his last meal was at that point. So that was kind of neat seeing that. But then of course he kind of like walked out on him, but then he noticed everyone around him, like you said, was drunk on something, whether it was power, whether it was, you know, just
slave to something.
Yep. That's what his words were in that. And so I thought that was pretty good. But then my favorite part though was Historia's punch to Levi, because the group around him, they all went, but Mikasa was smiling. So like, yep, because it was just watching her or watching the playback, whap.
A little bit of steam coming out of there too.
And then if you continue, you see the group. So this is just a great one. Yeah, look at, they're all like, ah, so just smiling. So this has just been so much fun. Great show. I was glad to see Historia getting her crown and everyone there saluting her, and then just doing the quick flashback to her being right. You know, she said, I should be the one to take him out. That way everyone, you know, believes in me more, because we heard all the murmuring around the crowd. Oh, she took out the big one. Did you not see that? So that gives them a lot of confidence in her as a queen. So yeah, she just needs an old wise man on her council. And then it'll be perfect.
Oh. Yeah, I thought, you know, Mason Quinn had said he thought this was going to be a slow down episode. I thought maybe we were going to have the action keep up, but definitely took a 180 from the last episode as far as the level of intensity, but as far as quality of writing and the story that we were delivered, this was as good as any episode that I can recall. Obviously, in recent times, Kenny became a pretty integral part of the whole story, and kind of the guy you love to hate. You know, he's kind of the bad guy, not really anti-hero. I don't know exactly what you want to call him, but one of our favorite characters. And to find out that he was actually Levi's uncle, I think that was a great story. You know, Answer really hit on it. You know, here's a guy who's maybe not the best person, not in a position to be in a parental role, but
acknowledged
as hey, this is my sister's son. The least I can do if I'm not going to raise him is I'm going to do my best to teach him to be able to survive on his own. So I thought that was a really cool story. You know, it was interesting at the end that he hocked one of our Rice's Titan injection kits, we'll call it, and didn't use it. And I thought that was interesting because, you know, Levi brought up to him, like, you know, because we thought, like, is he going to take it right before he passes? But Levi brought up, well, look, you've had plenty of time to take it while you've been sitting here, and he didn't. And I think the prospect of continuing his life as some sort of Titan, but the unknown, he didn't want to be one of those, you know, creatures. He had the choice to pass on like he was, or go into the unknown, and he didn't want to go down that route. So Answer brought it up, but I thought that speech was very powerful on everybody's, you know, drunk on something, a slave to something, you know, in a world where, you know, there's a constant threat like theirs, where you never know, you know, what's going to come next. I think that's what keeps people going, right? And even through tough times in everyday life, you know, people cling on to the one thing that drives them through tough times. So I thought this was a really cool episode. Of course, at the end, we got the reveal on who was inside the big beast, some ripped old blonde dude. But also interesting. Hey, we'll worry about Annie, rescuing Annie later. Right now, focus on Eren. Interesting that he said he won. We won. We just lost Rice, but maybe what I'm thinking is Rice was some sort. He didn't like him or some sort of competition as far as the Titans go. But yeah, a great episode. Still so many questions, but I'm slowly trying to learn to just let this breathe. I don't want it to, this is the show. I think Dave brought it up in the last episode. We never want it to end. So I'm going to try not to hurry along the story too much.
Best part of my week.
Yeah, Jordan. So.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened in this episode, in my opinion. I think, through my eyes, I view Kenny as a warrior's warrior. Yeah, because he could have taken it, and I know he threw out the excuse of, what if I turned into Reese like he did, right?
Yeah, he didn't want
Kenny
to do it
really
wrong.
wanted. Yeah, if Kenny really wanted to, I think he would have done it. I think he just knew his time. So to me, it was like the warrior's way of, yep, it's here. I'm doing it. See you later. Of course, the big reveal, I kind of whispered, I don't know if the mic picked it up, but I was like, he said sister. And the answer's like, whatever you said there, I think you said his uncle or whatever, or nephew, whatever you said. Either way, big reveal. I was wondering how that connection was going to be because I know you guys saw us talking about it before. And I know some of you all said just, it'll come. Don't worry, it'll come. So we definitely got it. That card was pretty cool because the card also showed Mikasa on there. Mixed with Levi and Kenny, so that was pretty cool. I didn't want Kenny to go because again I thought he was such a great antagonist. I was kind of hoping, I think you said it, Oak, or Andrew, I was kind of hoping for a nice redemption arc for him to be somehow part of the team.
I don't know, after what he did to Story's family.
Well, I mean,
right in front of her.
Yeah.
Look out.
Well, that's what I was saying.
But
Like,
the
it's
mom
a
didn't
great.
even like her.
It was a great antagonist. Well, there's no reason to take her out. But,
True,
because of the memories.
Again, we've seen Negan on like a nice redemption arc. I mean, insert villain from whatever show or movie, they got some kind of redemption arc. I was kind of hoping that with Kenny because he's just so entertaining. I said in our Walking Dead stuff, like, I wish they. Not here. This story's perfect. They don't need to do anything different. But just in general, like some antagonists that are so damn entertaining, I wish they would just, they took off running and we don't know what happened to them. And then like 2 seasons later, just magically came back and they can give us a backstory, right? But that's just me being selfish with Kenny. Again, either way, fantastic because it worked, got emotion out of it. Got an awesome backstory out of this too. We got some of Yuri. So that was kind of cool to see too. And then from Kenny's perspective of what happened down in the church there. So that was also pretty cool too. Levi smiling. I mean,
never thought I'd see the day.
I mean,
It doesn't even look like him.
No,
it doesn't.
Doesn't look like him.
Like, who's that guy?
Is this fan art? Did someone else draw this and insert it?
This fan art.
I mean, it's fantastic because you get. I love how Levi is structured. His character development is just phenomenally done in here. It's pretty much perfect. I don't think there's ever a flaw with his character at all. So just seeing that smile now, it means a lot, right? It makes us pop. I'm sure you guys all pop too. The first time you saw Levi smile, your right answer with Historia giving the punch, that was cool to see, and the reactions of everyone.
Yes, that was my favorite part.
With the end here, now technically we got the reveal before when he was standing on Beast, so I do remember that. So now we actually got dialogue, got a little bit more of a close-up on him. Some of the stuff where, like you said, Dave, I won. Now we need him to come to us, so we'll just wait here. I can't wait to see how that's going to turn out, too, because now it seems like it felt like a slight chapter close, but that last 15, 20 seconds, they just came back with a hard slap reminder of like, hey, game on.
Still out there.
Game
Don't forget
on.
about
So
us.
I felt that ending. Ending was great there.